The Asiana Airlines Boeing 777 passenger plane was approaching the runway at San Francisco Airport to land. It seemed like a normal landing, but when the plane was about to touch down, instead, the plane's tires met the waters of the ocean, putting the 307 people on board in an imminent danger situation. The pilot, seeing the threat ahead, attempted to lift the plane to understand what had happened. Now, let's discuss a bit about autopilot. Have you ever heard of it? It's an essential system in modern airplanes that allows the aircraft to fly virtually by itself for over 90% of the time. This might be surprising to many, as you might be wondering what the pilot's role is in all of this. Well, during autopilot mode, a centralized computer system on the plane, along with various sensors, automatically controls critical systems such as altitude, heading, and speed, keeping the plane on the desired course. This is crucial to ensuring safety during flight, especially at high altitudes, where there is no room for errors. However, in adverse weather conditions or unexpected circumstances, pilots can take control by deactivating the autopilot. Imagine autopilot as the cruise control of a car. It maintains speed by adjusting the engine and brakes, but when the driver takes manual control, cruise control is deactivated. Similarly, in an airplane's autopilot, pilots can manually resume control at any time if necessary. This information about autopilot plays a crucial role in understanding air accidents, allowing for the analysis of the circumstances that led to them. Now, let's go back to the specific case of Asiana Airlines Flight 214. This flight was scheduled to fly from Seoul to San Francisco, a long journey that takes about 11 hours to complete. The Boeing 777 involved in this flight, registered as HL7742, was a modern and reliable aircraft, delivered to Asiana Airlines in 2006. However, on that fateful day, an incident occurred during the approach for landing in San Francisco. Due to essential maintenance issues, the Instrument Landing System (ILS) on runway 28L of the airport was not operational, and the pilots were authorized to make a visual landing. The plane's autopilot system followed the radio beam signals on the runway to automatically control the altitude and speed of the aircraft, gradually aligning it for a safe landing. During a visual landing, pilots take manual control of the aircraft, adjusting speed, altitude, and direction, aligning the plane with the runway's slope for a precise landing. Maintaining proper alignment with the runway's slope is crucial to ensure a safe landing. If the plane is above the correct slope, it may land too far down the runway, while if it's below, it may collide before even reaching it. Therefore, precise control is essential during visual landings. Around 11:20 in the morning, air traffic control granted final clearance for a visual landing on runway 28L, maintaining a speed of 180 knots. The weather was clear at San Francisco International Airport, providing excellent visibility of about 16 kilometers around the runway, ideal conditions for a visual landing. During the approach to landing, the pilots realized they were slightly above the runway's glide slope. The captain began to reduce the plane's altitude to correct this. However, the plane continued to descend rapidly, and due to decreasing speed, it dropped below the glide slope. As the plane neared the end of the runway, at an altitude of 180 feet above the water, the speed decreased to 118 knots, dangerously close to a stall condition. The captain desperately tried to increase speed and raise the nose of the plane to avoid the crash, but it was too late. The plane collided with the seawall at the end of the runway, resulting in the separation of the tail section and the left engine of the aircraft. Following the impact, there was a swift evacuation of the aircraft, but unfortunately, 3 passengers lost their lives, and over 40 passengers and crew suffered severe injuries. Subsequent investigation revealed that pilot fatigue and exhaustion, along with ineffective communication among the crew members, contributed to the incident. This tragic accident serves as a reminder of the importance of safety and effective communication in aviation.